Why? Why does this keep happening? And every time it does, it resets my stream title, I think. I swear, if this is related to restream. No, my kilobytes per second's dropping. What is going on? I just want to stream. Oh, why is my internet bad? Everything's terrible this week. Oh, yay. What did you miss? Well, apparently I'm not having a good week. That's what you missed. Have we recovered? I think we've recovered. I have no idea how bad the stream delay is going to be if it keeps disconnecting like this, though. If the game allows, or if the stream allows me to speak for a second. Today, you haven't missed too much. I'm just getting used to all the update stuff. Yeah, now we're in purgatory. Yeah, I mean, you know, I keep commenting. Have we been, like, stuck in hell this entire time? And yeah, I'm starting to wonder a little bit more. What do you mean stream offline again? Oh, no. Well, no, it doesn't say I'm offline. It... Oh, gosh. Well, now it's going to be offline again. What is happening? I am not a happy camper. I can't have anything, apparently. Life is pain. Oops. You know how terrible these hash browns probably taste after a couple days of sitting in my inventory? Oh. Just let me stream. But, yeah, so I discovered my... So what you missed is I discovered my clown, like, cinder clown shoes that I had before now make a jingling sound that drive me insane when walking around. So I had to use a mechanic that lets me fuse the stats of my shoes into another pair of shoes, which got rid of the jingling sound. So that's something that I guess you missed. I think a witch or something dropped, like, mystery boxes everywhere. And, America fell into fascism, and I played Minecraft yesterday. Yo, they ate all the stuff in here. On my previous stream, an alien escaped. I don't know. Mystery witches. I feel like mystery witches just sounds like some, like, weird toy brand, like, kids show. Like, they did a really poor job masking the fact that it's all just for merch. Okay, I'm starting to sort out my insanity here, but dear goodness. This has been a wild Stardew Valley stream, I feel. Oh, what are you doing in here, buddy? Croc, why are you sad? Oh, wait. I should just, instead of having the totem, I should just make a tent. And carry the tent around instead. Oh wait, I need one more milk. Okay. I should go see the town. It's basically stolen from Elvira. Supposed to be Elvira. No relevance. If you don't know. Unfortunately, I doth not sure if I know if. Oh yeah, it's berry time. And crab buried all over the place. I want to try something. I have a deep curiosity. Aw, they still don't let me do it. I was really hoping that they would update and change it so that I could put something under that. Wait. Is that the moss? Is this the moss that I need to acquire? How do I acquire the moss? Aha! We have moss! Hello? How's everybody doing? Surprise how much to change. Scenery can be nice. I don't know. You want to share? What, huh? Okay, so Linus, Demetrius, Gus, Willie. We're getting close for a couple of them. Fortunately, befriending Robin doesn't unlock anything, because Robin's the one that builds everything, it seems. Oh, spoon! I love rusty spoons! Wait, what's this? Did that always have, like, a thing on it? Whatever, I don't even care. There's no consequence to not being reliable. Oh yeah, I didn't finish the path over here. Alright, oh my gosh, it's already past 4 p.m. Okay. Already BRB time? I probably should respect it. I've been worrying about my legs. But, like, give me a minute. I do BRBs at the end of the day. You're in this game, too. The disease? Wait, what are we talking about? My brain turned off. The crazy or an actual disease that I haven't been paying attention to. Also, I've been trying not to go insane the last few days. Gold knows that's only been partially successful. I mean, what? I want to make their house better. So these trees don't seem to get moss on them. Oh gosh, censoring it and everything. Oh. Yeah, I don't... I mean, there is a part of me that knows, like, ooh, there's a door over here. That knows, like, part of the point of my streams and streaming a game like this where I can talk over it a good bit is so that I can just get all of my thoughts out, but holy moly, I do not feel good for the future right now. What is this? Final path. My dear Crab, if you're reading this note, you've found the secret room I've prepared for you. Within these walls are tips, recipes, and even some of my most cherished tools. All the very best from the many happy years I spent in the valley. By coming this far, you've proven that you possess the skill and wisdom to make good use of these powerful secrets. Making the Cabbage Farm a make me proud, Grandpa. Okay. Unlocks a new trinkets. Trinkets can be found while adventuring. So I have to like use one Diggle train to summon a ring of treasure spots. Oh my gosh. There's like a bunch of post game content now. Touching the statue gives a unique blessing every day. Ooh, Iridium Scythe. Okay, so this is how I get it. Harvest any crops. Also excellent at gathering hay. Okay. Golden animal crackers with permanent farm animals. Produce doesn't work on pigs. Okay. Advanced iridium rod. Using the water to catch fish, up to 2 bobbers can be attached at once. A perfect catch yields triple the fish, however, each time the fish escapes. Oh my gosh. Choose from 2 mining related powers each day. It's more efficient than a regular furnace, requires 25 pieces of ore and 3 coal per use. This is insane. Okay, there's like stuff I have to master. But like I don't know, like do I doesn't really tell me anything about how to do it. Okay, well, we'll figure that out later, I guess. More stuff to do is fine by me. Yeah, so I've been kind of thinking about oh gosh, yeah. So the ooh, did that always look so pretty? Look how pretty that looks. A lot of people keep trying to... Yeah, it's probably gonna get pretty rough. And the worst part is, like, okay, if I'm gonna be real with you, the whole setup of it, I actually almost expect his own political party to be trying to assassinate him as well. Or, well, okay, so I think 25th Amendment has like a system where they can vote, like Congress, if it gets an overwhelming majority or something like that, can claim that the president is unfit for office. Whoa, big tree. Um, and get him like kicked out, and that puts the vice president in power instead. And so people, you know, I don't know how much of a backing there actually is for this being a thing, but people think part of the plan might be to get JD Vance in like a year or two, because he's probably just going to be a pretty easy like puppet to do whatever they want with. At least that's the vibe I get. Um, so yeah, the whole like weird thing is like I think they're kind of gunning on the idea that he's unfit. So wait, is this mossy? So this little tree farm area might end up useful for getting moss. Oh, wait, that's mossy as well. Okay, they display differently with the moss. I wonder if I missed any earlier. It's a little hard to see at night. I mean, the whole thing feels like a bunch of uh wealthy people trying to figure out who gets to get all the power in the end. I mean, I see a lot of other countries dealing with kind of similar things, or I see countries like Russia, which is essentially the end result of, you know, so many years of that kind of infighting until one of them finally comes out on top and then starts invading everybody. Junior Donald Vance. Oh gosh. Oh, what is this? Is that a meteorite? I swear, something crazy has happened every single day since I got this update. It's actually insane. But I want to go to the desert. Um, can't actually see the lower ones very well. Oh, right. Oh, no, I reset the thing by getting the moss off of it. Um... But, yeah. I do not know where we go from here. And again, I've been thinking about this for a good while. Because, you know, as hopeful as I was for a bit there, the moment Biden completely flubbed that debate was the moment that, like, the "it's Jover" like meme just became real. Like, undeniably, like, a real problem. I mean, Kamala did decently for having 3 months to try to pull off a win, but it still just wasn't enough. Unfortunately, I've been thinking through and trying to figure out exactly oh my gosh, there's the meteorite. Did it take out part of my path? I think it did. Um, part of like the turnout of the election and part of the realization of like how things were. I mean, there's an undeniable turn towards right-wing politics in the United States. Because unfortunately, that seems to be a consistent across the world, that when people aren't, like, sure how to, like, fix things, or if they're not paying attention, people just, for whatever reason, the default is to assume that right-wing, like, types of things are, like, the solution. Sometimes the final solution, when it gets far enough along. But yeah. And I think I understand how it gets that way, because a lot of it is an appeal, a very loud and, like, decisive appeal to the ideas that, like, oh, we can do instant change, and also we can blame all of the problems on the previous administration for you, and, like, I don't know, there's a lot of different, like, layers to it. It's the problem that, like, it's a lot more based around, like, picking scapegoats and stuff like that. Also, thank you for buying, Goat. That's really nicely timed. And people are like, really poorly educated. I will not deny. I think people are just not at all educated on politics. I understand why. The existence of politicians basically exist for the purpose of allowing people to think about it less. Banana wine it is, I guess. Yeah, a politician's purpose is to do the thinking for you. But it is unfortunate, because it's like the tariffs thing. The tariffs thing is the one that spins in my mind the most, because it's so brain dead bad. But it requires an understanding of, like, how tariffs, like, work. And even I don't have that good of an understanding. But most people won't understand that, like, people have been interviewed quite a lot about it. Like, just people off the streets and stuff. Asked question, like, there's been a lot of discussion where it's, like, the eye-opening situation of, you know, asking people their thoughts on tariffs, and they think, you know, the foreign companies pay it. They really do think that. When it is the local companies that pay the tariffs. And the effects of tariffs, like, if you put tariffs up very slowly, it might work, because the only real, like, decent concept it has going for it is the idea that you can get your domestic, like, you can encourage domestic companies to produce things more, because they can sell things slightly cheaper. The unfortunate thing is, when you up a tariff by such an extreme amount so quickly, not only does the ones that are selling the foreign manufactured versions go up, but the domestic ones go up as well. Because, again, they can compete with those higher prices, and still, like, undercut them. It doesn't really entirely work effectively. Like, I guess the thing with high tariffs is, if you do them so fast, like politicians seem to like to do, the economy just doesn't have time to adjust. I mean, bringing manufacturing back to a country can take years. But yeah, to average voter, it's going to look like, ooh, we can stick it to them and bring back jobs. And yeah. There's just a lot of missing steps that people don't realize. Because I think that's the thing. Historically, and to this day, right-wing politics does a good job of looking like good to people, I guess. But it never is like effective. Let me check this out and then I'll maybe get back to topic stuff. What is going on? Why is this man all slurping? There's something that references your unique tastes. May I? Yes. Very good. Now, what will you have? Cave loaf, rare fruit, extremely sharp cheddar, shrimp. Ah, yes. The rare fruit, excellent choice. Sauce will you have? Rich marinara, mushroom, cream, pungent garlic, uncomfortable hot sauce. Well, you know me, garlic it is. Very good. A healthy juice love pungent? Oh, no, fruit though. Oh! I just picked the fruit because I thought maybe it'll magically be a star fruit. Or your smoothie. Enjoy. The heck are those? Lock for 7 minutes and attack for... Okay, neat. Why do humans enjoy spicy food? It's counterintuitive from a biological perspective. Unless there's something I'm missing. Who are you? Hello? Mystery hair person. What the heck is this? Are they racing? This is a racetrack. I'm standing in a racetrack. Whoa, look at him go! All of this is possible because you fixed the bus, Crab. I can't thank you enough.
Hey, kid. You taking the day off? It's nice to kick back every once in a while, isn't it?
Ooh.
What the heck? What do you mean, eggs?
There must be minigames here. Wait, how good is mine? Mine's like really good. Oh, I was never going to do it. Politicians, am I right? Whoa! Scorpion! Hi, honey. I'm just browsing. See if there's anything nice for the house. Did they change it so you can talk to people repeatedly now? How well trained these little racers are.
A race is currently in progress. Let's talk later. That was a close one. The race is... King Sting!
I'll go with Speed Rooster this time.
Okay, sit back and enjoy the race.
This is as it always was. Right, butterfly hutch. That's a thing I forgot about. It requires many of bats. Ow. Ah. Dear goodness. Forgot that there's... Yeah, I could get some fancy beds and a crazy piano. I have been collecting those a bit. I guess it just goes kind of on its own. This is probably the busiest time of the year for me. It's nice to be able to see everyone. I'm sensing that your fashion doesn't quite match your inner feeling. Just step in the box and we'll fix you up. Dude, this is me. I'm scared to go in this box. The side up. Okay, before we continue, let me visualize your aura to see what kind of style will make you happiest. She just dances. She's actually just dancing. Let me see. Okay, I've got it. I'm coming in, so don't be alarmed. Wait, no! Ah! Get away! Ah! 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 She killed me. I'm just bleeding out in there. Yes, I can feel it. Your inner self and outer self are now in perfect alignment. I can't wait for you to see the new you. Oh, I hate it. Oh, I hate it. I hate it so much. Ew, I'm not a yellow kind of guy. I could maybe do a yellow shirt with brown pants. But the hat? What do I have, a monkey? Ah! Yeah, you got it. You're looking great. Come back another day and we'll put together a fresh new look for you. Raincoat. So, Western? Relaxed fit pants. So did I just get like free clothes? Okay. I can fix this look. I mean, I only have blue pants, but like that's fine. I can deal with that. That's okay.
Hey, Crab, to tell you the truth, I don't really like festivals, but I'd feel even worse if I stayed home, knowing that everyone else was out here having fun.
Speaking of having fun, did the race go? Hello? Oh, okay, they're about to go.
On your marks, get set, go!
My rooster is doing pretty well. I kind of do want to watch this. I've got limited time, though. Oh, wait. 1 second. No! The rooster hit a wall! Oh, okay. I got a bunch of the stuff for that. I wonder if picking the snail is always a bad idea. Go! 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 Go!
Finish!
Yippee! By the way, what? The strong... Okay, it was that.
Congratulations, here's your prize.
Okay, got some of those egg thingies. Oh, an actual flamingo. Free cactus?
Cactus Man.
Oh yeah, I've got the perfect match for you. ready to welcome new cactus into your life? Let's see.
Papa. Oh, it has a face.
This one's got a strange look, but it suits you.
Okay, thanks. I can't talk to the flamingo. Hello? You okay up here? Glistening. Okay. Psst. Hey, kid. You were watching the races. Pretty exciting. I got a little proposition for you. I think I was whispering way too quiet. Got a little proposition for you. Just pick a racer, and the next race will be a real stinker. Catch my drift? No. I'm not evil. Actually, I'm curious. Just kind of normal up here, I think. Oh, right. Wait, no, it wasn't the witch. It was Key, whatever his name is. You someday, of course, I had to make it a little difficult so you'd have incentive to achieve excellence. It's weird that he really is just basically, I don't know, scamming you into, like, his gambling thing. Ooh, fireworks. Like, all that, like, really was, I feel like, just to bait you in here. Wait, I didn't... I forgot to... Notification? Oh, yeah, you're here. Oh, I can't spam the oink. I've had plenty of pumpkin pie recently. Penny portrait? Wait, retro catalog? Oh no. I can afford these things. You know what? Forget it. I'm getting it. I don't even care. Notification. What was that? One second. Let me just see. Oh, that's weird. So my brother was just telling me something odd, which I forgot was even like a thing coming up. Oh gosh. Wizard couch. Maybe that's what I need for my living room. I just spent so much money. Oh hey, mystery boxes. Mummy mask. Some bows. Woodcutter's weekly? Foraging experience, okay. I mean, I guess mystery boxes are a thing. I hitched a ride underneath the bus! Find anything good?
Greetings, friend. Care for a test of knowledge? If you can answer my questions correctly, you'll earn a prize. What do you say? Excellent. Now for the first question. Who runs the general store in Pelican Town? Pierre, of course. Correct. What season does artichoke grow in?
Ooh. Is that summer?
Ah, wrong. I'm sorry, friend, but you have to come back another time.
It's probably spring then. What does that grow in? Or is that fall? I don't grow artichoke. Artichoke. Oh, it doesn't tell me, does it? Rip. Might want to come back to this tomorrow.
Oh, there's a thing there today?
Hey there, Crab. Welcome to the Adventures Guild Challenge booth. Every day we'll have a pair of challenges for you to choose from. Complete one, and the guide will reward you with a bounty of calico eggs.
Oh yeah, I guess they are calico.
Once you've selected a challenge, you won't be able to change your decisions, so choose carefully. Ah, it's a brand new day. Come back when you've proven yourself in the caves.
Hey, Crab. We're just chewing a fat over here. Don't see these guys very often, even though we're neighbors. Master Sims 2 on the Switch. 20th anniversary, and they didn't do anything.
I can see a bold look in your eye. How about a challenge?
Deep dive. Reach 30th Skull Cavern. And slay 10. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is beyond me. I have to like come back here another year. I'm not good at that cavern.
The old man. The old.
What?
Oh, the old.
No.
The old man.
What voice did I give this guy?
The old man was a fisherman, you know. I grew up sailing between Fern Islands, living from catch to catch. Except...
You can fish for a little while. I guess that's why they have the medical thing here, so that you don't get like completely destroyed. Oh no. I don't think I have the material to do this properly. It's all just trash. Oh no. Oh, it really is just trash.
Going into the caves can be real dangerous. I hope there's no accident, but still, I'll be here all day in case.
Oh man. Anything in here? No. Like, oh hey, she's back from whatever the heck she was doing. I wonder if any nice shells washed up on the beach this morning. Really is just like one wallpaper here. That's kind of nice looking. Items I don't really need. Shirt that I don't really want to wear. Oh well, they do get back on the bus. Ah! The game has had a weird stability issue. Here, let me open. How do I open this? Oh, it's a blacksmith item. I got back to Dunkin' Donuts after a year. I forget, were you saying like that like shut down before or in your area or what? I can't remember. Is there really much I want to do here? I mean, I guess if I were to get more stuff, I could get the wallpaper, but... It did. I stopped going, and then it closed. Oh, right. I don't really know what to do with my stuff. You didn't have anything, right? Like, you're just money. All of your money was going into it. Oh, the woodcutter's weekly. Yeah, I guess that would be the one thing to get from this. Oh, time to just fish. The Skull Cavern Challenge, Calico eggs, and mystery calico statues have been appeared throughout the caverns. Your egg rating determines the likelihood of finding calico eggs. Egg rating increases every 5 levels down, as well as whether or not. But be careful, calico statues also invoke various challenges, dangerous effects. Be surprised at season high egg rating. Is this always here? Oh gosh. Oh man, I didn't even notice it's like midnight already. Okay, you know what? Yeah. Fine by me. Like how, like, I have to teleport, everybody else just takes the bus. Oh, Penny's not home. That's weird. Last week I was working, so I got... Do you think you'd like London? Oh, 1 second. I mean, venturing around cities is kind of nice, but I never really do it too much. I think London has enough interesting, like, buildings and whatnot to see. That would be kind of nice, I guess. But I also can't see myself traveling abroad anytime soon now. Oh. There goes the money. Interesting. So wait, UFO? Okay, you know what? This does seem to be stuff that I don't have through the other catalogs. Little radio. Oh, I'm gonna decorate my house a bunch again, aren't I? Some nice flooring here. I mean, I feel like I'm obligated to put the UFO up somewhere. I know exactly where I'll put it, but first I have to get rid of that one. Perfect. Picture of Penny? Nah. Oh man, the picture of Penny's huge. I could just have her like peeking over it. That's kind of funny. You know what? That's almost funny enough. I think I might just keep it that way for now. I'll probably change it later, but for now, it's funny. Oh yeah, we have this like cursed cactus now. You know what, Penny? You can deal with that. Sorry, hun. The cactus stays. Oops. I am vaguely worried about the fact that my game is so, like, consistently messed up. It almost doesn't work when you can't, like... see the front of the couch. I could... You know what? I could keep that couch in here. And, like, put another one in here. What if I just, like, put it at the end of the bed? That's not weird at all, right? So wait, dresser's good for holding stuff, so let me just... put this all away. But yeah, you were talking earlier about not voting guilt. I mean, I guess it's complicated because, like, on one end, I don't want to get, like, fussy at people for not contributing to our flawed elections. Like, yeah, wait, where's that? Where's that video? I feel like the video I linked the other day has a joke that really sums up the vibe. Oh, I forgot. There's ads. Stop. I can't even, like, mute it or anything.
Dude, you gotta pick one. What? What the glop is wrong with you? Do you like just throwing your vote away? Do you enjoy not contributing whatsoever in this country's flawed political system? You make me sick, dude. I'm out of here.
I love this country's flawed political system. Oh, it's so funny. Man, every couple seconds. I mean, there are some admittedly undeniable flaws in not just my country, but understandably other people's countries as well, in terms of how the political systems work right now. I mean, I can say for sure the United States has a pretty flawed court system. The most sickening feeling of all of this is the fact that he's gonna get away with it. He's gonna get away with everything he did. Because, like, even though he's been convicted, they're probably gonna not give him a sentencing now, which is, like, insane to me. Like, there's such a high chance that the sentencing doesn't go through now. Because who wants to be the judge that, like, yeah, your job is like incredibly important and like you need to be committed to your country as a judge, but you and your family is like basically in danger at that point if you convict the incoming president. Well, not convict him, but I mean, yeah, the judge that convicted him is probably going to be in trouble. But also the like the one that would be sentencing him. It's like it's the right thing to complete the sentencing, but people are rightfully scared because, like, I mean, it's insane that somebody could, like, do this much crime and still get the presidency. It's like, oh! Also, isn't it, like, kind of amazing that now that they got what they wanted... on election day, he was talking about there being, like, corruption and, like, that they were going to investigate, the votes in Pennsylvania. But then he wins, and all of that goes away. Because suddenly it's not a problem. My gosh, the game is so consistently laggy. Suddenly it's not a problem. Now that he's the victor. It's just so sickeningly bad. I have no idea how the mastery thing is getting leveled up. Like, they don't need to hold an insurrection, considering they get what they want. You know what's, like, the worst part for Kamala, though, probably? She's the vice president, which means unless I misunderstand how this works, because I know Mike Pence, who was the vice president last time, had to do it, but if I understand correctly, I think she has to, like, sign, like, the final thing that puts him in. It's all just like a formality. But it's like, oh. Oh my gosh, the game is so laggy. One second, I'm gonna look up if people reported this. There are a lot of Bush versus Gore things from back in the day that come back in retrospect. Notification? Why do I feel like everybody... Excuse me. Okay, it looks like this is a known problem, maybe? Yeah, I don't know. Like, some work will probably have to be done because the game, other people are reporting their game does these little lag spikes as well. Oh my gosh. Okay. Unload the inventory time. Made of an ultralight material you've never seen before, +5 weight? Oh, wait. Is, I think the weight is like a knockback stat or something. I don't remember. I think that might explain why it's a little goofy. But yeah, so, I was saying earlier, part of why I've come to realize how we kind of got where we are right now. Because again, 2020 was crazy, and then like afterward, it felt like January 6th should have like solidified everything. Am I crazy, or am I missing a tree that I had in here? I think I'm crazy. Right? I don't know. Did I have a tree up there? Anyway, sorry. So, like, yeah, it felt like the political season was very riled up. Like, even compared to the previous one. And so, for a lot of people, the turnout this year was kind of surprising. But then I end up having to remember that part of why the turnout was actually so good in 2020 was because due to COVID, we actually made it really easy to vote, ironically enough. And so what I'm assuming part of what happened is, so 2020, like, it was easier for people to make their choice because they actually had time to research because they were doing mail-in voting so much more. And then 2024 here, things reverted kind of back to the status quo of just kind of really poorly informed voters. Like, there are an unfortunate number of reports you'll see of, oh, this is another thing you missed. The jars are proper colors now. Anyway, sorry. There's an unfortunate number of reports you'll see of people that didn't even know who, like, Kamala Harris was by the time they got to the poll. They didn't know that Biden had dropped out, and, like, I guess ignorance really is bliss. But unfortunately, when you're at the booth and you somehow are just not aware of who's there, um, you're just gonna vote for the person you recognize, which unfortunately, you know who that was. The fact that people get to the booth without having done any research, I mean, it's kind of sad to me, but, and also kind of insane, and, I mean, to me, it kind of goes to show why, you know, various groups may have been slowly trying to, erode what little amount of, like, national news services and other such things we sort of had. We don't have, like, anything quite as strong as the BBC, but I know there are a couple, like, public networks and whatnot that would be considered, like, more, like, government funded, and that you could say they're pretty effective at what they did back in the day, and unfortunately groups don't want effective things, so yeah, it just kind of suffers from things just being defunded over time. I mean, they're going after education. They're immediately going after education. That's one of the big things of Project 2025 that people involved in the Trump's campaign have been very open about, even as they deny being related to that thing. They're going to attempt to defund public education. Just completely gut the thing, and I mean, it's one of those kinds of messed up things where Project 2025 has some pretty gross pages about stuff like I'm pretty sure, like, what was it there? I swear there was something about, maybe I'm getting two different parts mixed up. It's been a little while since I looked at some of this. I swear there was something about making it so that, like, there was some line that I really wish I could remember the details on, because it was just, I remember it being pretty bad, because it was like private schools get, like, a specific privilege that public schools don't get, in terms of, maybe it was something like private schools don't get drafted or something like that. It was just like a very, like, there's like a very heavy class divide feeling that the document gives, where, like, anybody that can afford private education is just so much better off. Oh, anime won't be real when we can't import anything and the internet is blocked. Sorry, just replying to the bot like a weirdo. Excuse me. I feel like they added some slight animation to the grass. It's almost a little creepy. But yeah, like, I both understand how we got here, but I'm very disappointed because it says a lot about education. And again, like I was sort of saying before, I don't want to be, like, too fussy towards people that don't vote, but specifically the act of, like, you know, not bothering unless somebody literally hands you a ballot is pretty unfortunate. Though I guess it goes to show why Republicans hate mail-in voting so much. Ironically, quite a lot of actual Republican voters use it. It's just politicians like Trump, right up until like the last day, was talking about all kinds of things that, like, it's gonna be frustrating because if it's even possible to vote in 4 years, 2 years, because you know mid elections will probably come up in 2 years. If it's even like physically possible anymore, I mean, let's be honest. I don't put it completely out of the uh possibility for something like some kind of like domestic or foreign situation to arise that is used as an excuse to delay elections. That's a unfortunately very common strategy in other countries right now. Something people have always worried about as a power grab option, I guess. But I don't know how quickly things will actually get this bad. Whoa, people are actually using the bus for the stuff. Because like the reality of this kind of stuff is it's more closely related to the preamble to things that get worse. Like, I mean, I guess luckily for you, Thomas, in the most unlucky way possible, you might not have to deal with the fallout of all of this. So, silver linings and all of this. I mean, it's such a dark thing for me to say, but it's just like I feel like that's come up in a few topics. Just the weird normalcy of it all for us. It really is awkward to think about, but maybe not entirely inaccurate. Alrighty, see ya. Yeah, I mean, definitely in your case, I'm just like, yeah. I mean, I guess like one of the oddities there is I guess it's kind of the opposite for a lot of older people, where a lot of like old people, am I missing torches? This is like extra dark over here. A lot of old people know that their time is getting close. But for some reason, that's like one of the largest demographics of people that vote. Right, yeah, true. I guess the thing for you is you don't really know the actual timing of it all. So you have to hope your country doesn't degrade, like, insanely fast. The thing with, like, my worries and what I'm talking about is on the scale of... I think it'll still take 5 to 10 years for things to get notably bad. I mean, one of the sort of things for my country, that I guess comes up is how fast things get bad depends on if he just immediately starts, like, breaking, like, rules. Because otherwise, Like if it's like if he establishes the tariffs immediately, that would be like a huge problem. But otherwise, if it's still like a little bit of a slow burn kind of thing, um, huh. I need some good omens in real life, wife. It's like, yeah, he could bust things in like a year, but otherwise, if it goes like maybe what you would consider the usual route of politics, usually it takes like 2 or 3 years before you start feeling the effects. So like the worst part is he's gonna coast off of like the first few months of his presidency being like really good economically, because during Biden's administration we actually kind of started to fix things. Like inflation is down and prices aren't going up, and like, yeah, they're not going down either, unfortunately, but that's kind of hard to undo. So it's more about like getting wages back up. Inflation is such a pain. It really is a pain. So it's just like we've gotten our like landing, I guess you could say, but people don't feel those effects so immediately. So it's just, yeah. It's just really awkward. Oop, that's not what I wanted to break. So, like, I guess in Trump's first presidency, he was coasting off of Obama's economy. At first. And then after that, COVID hit, so we'll never actually truly know how, like, things would have gotten. Because, like, yeah, it's a kind of, like, weird thing where it's hard to attribute how bad it was to COVID or how bad it was to him. Because, I mean, he already started on things like tariffs. And I feel like we're still feeling the effects of those first tariffs. Because the problem with tariffs is they're very hard to get rid of. Once, like, somebody's established some. So I've mostly got these kinds of trees on my farm, which means it's not very good for collecting moss. I really just want a lot of that moss. I just can't get over some of, like, the reasons people voted for him sometimes, though. Like, I legitimately can't get over just such oddities of, like, specifically what really hits me is just, like, people, including my parents, including a lot of other people, they really have this just idea stuck in their head that, like, the Republican Party is somehow the Christian party and the one to support. No matter, like, how terrible their actual leaders are as people. And that's, like, one of those deciding factors of the election. Like, it's rough as a Christian man, like, seeing it go this way. It just gets really weird, too, because you'll even have people that, you know, read the book, or, like, I don't know. It really makes you wonder, like, reading it versus, like, comprehending it. And I know a lot of people, you know, you get the sort of oddity of some people being like, oh, the best way to not be a Christian is to actually read the Bible. But like, you know, I've read a good chunk of the Bible. There's obviously a few parts with the poetry sections that are really just not my thing. Not everything. I mean, I don't know what percentage gets filled out by the parts that I've like had like Bible studies or sermon series on that I've listened to, but I know there's like some stuff that's like, I don't know. A part of me wants to say like fair enough, I guess, if it like seems bad. But there's like so much stuff that you still have to be very contradictory to justify being like as nasty as some people justify being. I mean, I guess, like, the thing that's crazy to me is, like, if you really want to get into the weeds of it, while the Bible does have some messaging on the idea of, like, sin is sin, and there's not really much difference between them in terms of, like, all of them are missing the mark if you commit any of them. I think there's still a level of like obvious like difference in consequences between different things. And like how does that look on the map anyway? Interesting. I feel like the messaging still has like a very specific disdain for things like monetary greed. And like it I don't know, it's interesting and messed up to me the way people fixate on things like gay marriage or abortion or whatever other things that have like what feels like so little actual like stuff in the Bible, but then they don't care about like the monetary greed stuff, and like the Bible really does present like cheating on your spouse as like one of the worst things. Interesting. There's just sap everywhere. And, like, the Bible is also full of, like, warnings of, like, slick-tongued individuals that are trying to exploit you. I mean, that's, like, I guess that's the sort of thing. That's, like, what the devil is, constantly described as being. Appealing, slick-tongued, literally presented as a snake. And I know, like, you know, chicken or the egg in terms of, like, our culture around comparing snakes to such things, but, you know, also actually weird because it was more of, like, a lizard that got cursed to be a snake, so, I don't know, extra goofy layers there, but, anyway, I don't know. It really is just like one of those things where it's just like I understand now. Even as somebody that still believes that you can't actually guess when end times are coming, I'm never gonna be like standing on the street with a sign about it because like a thief in the night is the description. I understand now how end times and the Antichrist can actually come about. Previously, when I was younger, it never felt like a realistic concept. And I know, you know, the reaction to talking about the Bible at all is considering any of this realistic. But like legitimately though, at the very least, you have to admit the writer for those sections, the writers, I should say, there's multiple different parts that reference these concepts. Um, they really did understand like the damage and the risks involved in just how easy it is to unite people under slick-tongued devils. Oh, yeah, so I don't know. There's a lot of bizarre layers to all of this where it's just like you can't even like argue that um can't even argue that it's just like, oh, this this subset of like Bible interpretation or translation or whatever is um I don't have inventory space. I could probably grab that another day. Yeah, it doesn't even come down to like the subtleties of like, oh, I interpret this line a little different, I interpret that line a little different. It's like legitimately stuff that is pretty dang consistent between like not only different variants of you know, Christianity, but like even like Catholicism and other like versions of it all. Like it's just like I don't know. But I guess that's part of the messaging of the Old Testament is no matter how directly the Israelites were being led and like cared for, they were always stubborn. And I feel like that really just represents humanity. People are stubborn and kind of dumb. Oh man. I think because it was raining, they really like ate through the hay pretty something fierce. I might need to make more grass cuz like they've eaten the entire like upper section of grass. Let me try making grass real quick. Again, did they like glitch out? It does not display like how much from chests that there are. I don't think that's gonna. I don't think that's gonna work. You know what? I could go grab that fiber real quick. I am a little frustrated. I really hope there's a hot fix for this lag issue. One thing I've been thinking about that reflects on the sort of issues right now, and it ooh, secret note. It reflects a bit on the post reaction of how things went, and I see another part of the problem is the expectations society has. Unfortunately, expectations that I could say a lot of white men, not just white men, but, you know, white men around me, online, you know, basically my demographic, the people that are like me, but they, don't have the same mindset is a big difference. But they come from a very similar, um, a very similar source, I guess you could say. Cause like, I mean, ooh, both of my children are out. Where's the second one? Baby! I mean, just look at me and, like, my voting and thoughts some years ago. I feel like one of the ones that kind of escaped sort of my origins. I could have gone down another path very easily if I had, like, just made different choices and valued, like, different things in, like, my education and my, I guess my, you know, goal for empathizing with people and understanding people other than myself and caring about others other than myself. Yeah, at one point I was stupider. Unfortunately, one of the things I didn't understand back then, maybe was also just how much even stupider other people are, but, you know. that's a little bit of how it goes. I also didn't understand how bad the court systems were. Well, again, I always keep saying the line that I felt like it would be a test. Like, it would tell us a lot. If he got elected, it would tell us a lot about the American people and, like, you know, how the court system and the American people handle blatant corruption. Unfortunately, they do not handle it in a way that you would want. Someone is waiting for you on level 100 in the Skull Cavern. Cryptic note. Well, it's gonna be difficult. I do need to do the Skull Cavern. I think it's supposed to be before the island in terms of difficulty, but I found it so difficult when I did it before. I've been scared of it. Yeah, the average person, and this is part of why this is part of why right-wing politics works on people. If you really want to, like, dig into it, you end up finding that because of left-wing politics inherently I mean, left-wing politics in America lean towards social politics. I guess I guess maybe. It is stuff related to working as a group, mutual benefit, and sometimes benefit for people other than yourself, just completely. And ultimately, even if like it takes a lot of effort to convince somebody that benefiting another person can benefit them as well. Like if you go off of the attempt to be like, okay, maybe, you know, if people don't understand how this is, maybe we can at least get them to think of it selfishly in the way that they can also benefit off of other people benefiting. Indirect benefits are not something people like process very easily. And so yeah, because of that kind of thing, right-wing politics is all about offering you something. All about, and oftentimes things that they can't achieve and or don't even bother to try, but unfortunately there's a whole other layer I could get into about how weirdly easy right-wing politicians get forgiven for their mistakes. They're held to a different standard, for sure. But yeah, people are looking to be offered something. And this is like a pretty deeply rooted problem, because like part of what comes to mind as part of the problem is how this reflects on like the young men in society, and how this whole, like, I think people call it like the manosphere kind of like content creator stuff. The you know, the Sigma grind set type stuff. Getting all the way back here, Mulan. Oh, they're kind of annoyed. Oh yeah, they ate all the grass too. Oof. I need to get a lot more grass up here. Oh, the cows are all upset at me. What have I done? I haven't been good to my cows. It's bad too, because I can see that, like, I don't know. So people have been wondering a bit about how we got to this point where such a large amount of the young crowd is sort of being dragged into all this like toxic like male culture kind of stuff. And it's kind of a twofold thing. I can't deny on the left side of things, it suffers from a lot of villainizing like men as a whole kind of issues. Wow, they've been eating so much hay. Why did they eat so much hay? Yeah, there's a problem with some unnecessary levels of villainization, but it is one of those problems that the cycle needs to be broken at some point, because it's just kind of getting out of hand where it is right now. Because on the other side of things, while the one group is pointing out the problems, the other group is willing to deny the problems instead. Which is, again, when you talk about like offering things, you have, you know, sort of an offering of comfort and a way to, like, not think of yourself as a problem. And unfortunately, part of that offering just seems to involve, I can't actually tell. Is this mossy? No, it's not. You know, it can involve some level of, like, ignoring the issue, I guess. But also, there's like a whole thing you can get into about like how like incel culture kind of like rose up the way it did. And this like feedback loop that's starting to happen where men can't get into relationships and they want to blame anyone but themselves. And so you've got these content creators out here that tell them that it's just like, oh yeah, follow my advice and you'll get all the ladies. They're being offered something. Again, that's why I feel like you see this a lot more from, like, you see the rise of this whole, like, manosphere, or whatever the heck you want to call it, thing. Where there's no, like, while it's all, like, right-wing stuff, you don't see, like, a left-wing equivalent getting popular. You know, you don't see people who are getting popular that's spreading a level of like understanding and stuff like that. And yeah, it starts to make a lot of sense when you start to look at the sort of dark nature of like you know, again, people just really get fixated on getting something out of different things. And like that's part of the problem of like, why aren't the relationships working? Well, we're like stuck in a feedback loop at this point where, you know, men are getting dragged more and more into these concepts, which leads them down a path where they're less empathetic and caring, which leads them to even more relationship issues. Because like part of the whole thing is men are being more and more convinced that to treat relationships like an exchange. You know, you're expected to get something out of the relationship, you know. It's not so much like people just aren't looking at it from like a healthier perspective of the actual like relationship and like union between two partners, and more of, you know, I appease you and take you on dates and you give me like sex, like, you know. And not everybody's treating it this way, obviously. I feel like maybe I don't even need to remind everyone that not everything is going this direction. But there's enough people out there that are treating it this way that it becomes a bit of a problem. And yeah, so it's like, yeah, treating relationships like exchanges, and sometimes women are doing it as well. I also don't want people to think, you know, this is an exclusively male trait. Because, you know, boxing everybody away like that is part of what gets us into these situations where everybody feels villainized or ostracized or all that. I do think anybody listening to this, you know, just a reminder. Again, I'm not. I think it actually is important. You know, people kind of ridiculed the concept of people saying not all men. And I get that's a very similar issue to the same drama that Black Lives Matter had, where there's like two different perspectives, where some people see the phrase as Black Lives Matter, or some people see the phrase as only Black Lives Matter, versus other people seeing the phrase as Black Lives Matter too. I think some of these phrases, and some of the like the culture around talking about this can benefit from not using a simplified version of a phrasing. Dang. I didn't even know I missed out on that. Being more clear with your words can be very important for messaging. A mystery box just popped out of that tree. I think that's definitely something society like suffers from, is a lack of like clear messaging. In a lot of different places. But yeah, so again, I don't want people to feel like ostracized because they get associated with sort of the bad side of like people that are similar to them or whatever. And I mean, the best goal to avoid, feeling bad about that is to, be a decent person and not contribute to the problem. You know, the best way to make it better is, to prove them wrong. And if, it just takes everybody kind of contributing to said proving wrong. To get us back on track. But, be the change you want to see. Or however that phrase goes. But yeah, so, a sort of lack of empathy and, a fixation on sort of the exchange in relationships and stuff like that can cause problems. Because like I guess part of the part of the awkwardness here is trying to be the kind of man that women want to date involves being empathetic, romantic, very emotionally connected, whereas a lot of men are being told that that's not manly. And yeah, it just starts producing this strange problem where it really does feel like it's just throwing men into a downward spiral in a lot of different groups. Because then, like, at a certain point, it starts getting worse. The men start watching these content creators that promise them success in relationships, and it's still not happening. And so the denial, like, feedbacks into itself, and men start convincing themselves it's not me, it's them, to an even like further extent. And then like they start falling into the even like crazier content creators, I guess, or like yeah, so like eventually you start hitting the point where like you get like the really nasty like incel situations start cropping up where men start to let themselves be convinced that if they won't let me have what I want, I'm going to take it. And that like leads us into like the dark state that we're currently in America, where Trump wins the election and you see comments from men talking about how much of a win this is because of assuming that a global oof, oh from their assumption that this will lead to a national abortion ban, which like some people are very mask off about the idea that it wasn't really about protecting babies. It wasn't really like about anything other than controlling women for some people. There is a very dark layer there where the idea that this gives women less agency and gives men more control over them is what a lot of men, not a lot of men, I should note that currently I still think it's a very small like actual number of men that feel this way, but it's enough it's enough of a thing where not enough men are like speaking out against it or pushing back on it, and it's slowly like slipping things a bad direction. I mean, the fact that people in leadership positions can hold these values without massive pushback itself kind of shows like where the problem is, I guess, in terms of like sometimes people are just willing to be very apathetic to a dangerous degree. You know, it's disingenuous to claim that by doing nothing you support the terrible things going on, but it definitely does say you're not bothered enough by them to do anything about it. Yeah, so, yeah, so it does slip a pretty, like, bad direction, as the abortion thing unfortunately, very quickly turns into having control over women's bodies. And, yeah. You know. It really just... And I guess, like, part of the problem is, like, the whole thing has, like, a layer of... A side will do, like, bad things, or have bad groups mixed in with them, and won't do anything about it. And the lack of doing anything about it causes, like, the worst parts of their group to just keep getting worse. which makes like the bad, like the claim from their opposition more true, but it doesn't matter at that point how true the opposition's claim is. The precedent has been set that you believe your enemies to be liars or to be simply villainizing you for no reason. And so no matter how much, you know, your opposition screams it from the rooftops about like how bad it is, I need to get some of this food out of my inventory. Or let me just go into town and give it to some people. All that does at that point of your opposition screaming the truth from the rooftops is allow you to sort of double down and be like, see, they're claiming horrible things about us. They hate us. It's just like, yeah, you're making it more true as time goes on. Give everybody pie. Should give somebody... What is this? Is this like pumpkin soup? I should have tried making pumpkin soup. Yeah, so... I guess this conversation kind of just gets into a lot of the varying concerns of like... Wait, what is this? What? Boygar. You know, all of these little cute bobbers and everything, and there is no cow. No. Well, granted, some of them are locked. Let's get fancy with it. But yeah. The downward spirals are very real by my metric. And I feel like culturally we're in one. I'm not really sure what we do about it, to be honest. Carrot seeds. Three days to grow. Huh. Well, I have 3 days. Do I have a couple spots for them is the question. And I think that's one of the things with people like reeling from the election and trying to figure out what happened is like people are looking for groups to blame, and like I've talked about several different things here where it's just like oh, he's over here. Okay. Oh, crud, he doesn't like that. Okay. Where it's just like, yeah, the turnout is back to, I guess, sort of levels of where it was previously because people's opportunities are kind of lowered. Turns out mail-in voting is incredibly effective. But unfortunately they're probably going to get rid of that and make it harder for people like myself to vote. And part of it is just there's no system of properly informing people who's even up for election. Part of the problem is demographic shifts. Part of the problem is apathy. Part of the problem is toxic culture. Like, you know, people are like pointing fingers at each other. Part of me almost wonders like how much like how many people are like sort of gaslighting each other, I guess. One thing I can say for sure is I do feel like on Reddit at least, because like Reddit's always been a bit more like left leaning. But on Reddit at least, I feel like a kind of nasty victory lap kind of thing is going on there, where it's just like, from what I was seeing on Reddit, I guess in my bubble of Reddit, it felt like Reddit was very mixed with people feeling like the election was disturbingly close and they didn't understand like how it could get this way. But the sort of toxic victory lap I was seeing, um, was like the sort of odd like rub it in your face kind of thing of like, oh, see, you're all in a bubble, you're all dumb, kind of like acting as if because I guess Reddit had a different like Reddit had a different take than the other social media platforms that they I guess you know they weren't falling in line enough and being accurate to the sensibilities of the rest of the people. It's just like, yeah, have you considered that the majority can be in the wrong? Because there sure have been some other parts of history where the majority was in the wrong. Um, at least within a region. And we look back on the majority of the past as having been in the wrong. So like, it's not a weird concept. But, you know, victory lap, you gotta make fun of your opponent. Like, yeah, people wonder... Going back to the men thing, people wonder why they can't get into relationships. And then they make fun of all of, like, the pictures of, like, women crying over the election results. Because they just cannot empathize with the idea that people would be terrified. And like, even if you want to think that people are just falling for propaganda, oh, that's weird. This is mostly seashells, but it's also got some random rocks in it. Yeah, even if you want to, act as though people are just falling for propaganda, you still have to have empathy for them. Like, that's how I feel. Like, I feel bad for my fellow countrymen because it feels as though, you know, to me, it feels as though my country has fallen for, you know, the world's most effective scam artist. I don't, like, hate my fellow Americans for their choices. Maybe a couple few ones that are, you know, saying very rapey things about what they want to do with women. I'm allowed to hate those ones, perhaps. But for the average person, I just feel bad of how effectively it feels like they've fallen for a huge scam. I mean, at the same time, I do feel frustrated that such a result is going to probably lend my life to becoming a lot more difficult. But, I mean, most of my frustration, I guess, in that regard is targeted at the wealthy people that, do such a good job controlling the narrative and like, there are so many things, like, just talking about a little bit of that for a second. There are so many things where, the, the amount of people that just do not know um certain things were ever said or done, like, that really was the goal and the strategy for a lot of these social media algorithms, traditional news media. Just all of it was literally just don't ever let it trend. If it was damaging enough, they wouldn't talk about it. Like, again, if you want to talk about Reddit and it being an echo chamber, I mean, it varies by subreddit. The thing that's interesting about Reddit being an echo chamber is individual communities are echo chambers, but the site itself, you know, it's kind of an average of all the different echo chambers available. So, like, it gets interesting because even on Reddit itself, where you know, the site that's being called an echo chamber for not conforming to the opinions of the, you know, rest of America or whatever. So am I speaking too quietly? I feel like my microphone doesn't look like it's picking up that much audio. Um, you'll have ones like certain subreddits where like the more conservative ones or right-wing ones where, you know, it's all about Trump there, but it's interesting that you'll have certain things that he'll have, like, said or done that you could go over there and you would see the posts wouldn't last very long, or like the moderators would delete them. Or they just never showed up at all because, like, you know, maybe the moderators are just like really grinding it like crazy. Um like, I felt like what I guess you would consider the more left-wing parts. Like, obviously you have a couple left-wing subreddits for sure that would pop up that would do the same exact thing where they would just never present things that were like bad to their cause. But the left-wing groups on Reddit generally felt a little bit more balanced in terms of they would talk about the failures of their leaders, and I think that's the Democratic Party in general. Is it's a much more dynamically, like, just diverse group of political opinions, um where people are like actually willing to talk about um how poor of a job their leaders are doing, um and go into like some amount of like panic mode over it, or screaming for change, or just people disagree with each other, or they're allowed to disagree. Like, if you look at Congress, the thing you'll notice a lot of times is that the Republican Party, um the Republican Party is very consistent from everything I can tell, whereas the Democratic Party, part of why it's not as effective a lot of times is because a percentage of them will vote one way and a percentage of them will vote another way. It's arguably a more healthy political excuse me. It's arguably a more healthy political party, but when you're up against a monolith, it's somewhat unfortunate, I guess. I don't feel like I should plant these like out here, but I don't know when my other ones are gonna grow. Sure, I'll go fishing at like 10. Or sorry, 11. Where even is this? Oh, probably over here. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm disappointed in America, but I also can't be surprised. Holy moly! Wait, do different bobbers actually affect the stuff, or is it just the wild bait doing this? 'Cause I feel like, am I getting more treasure? No, maybe that was just a fluke. I do think we wouldn't have elections going this way if maybe the United States just was not, like, fundamentally the way it is. Specifically, the United States... I mean, some people joke that it's a bunch of third world countries in a trench coat. But, I think the reality is the United States is two different countries in a trench coat. At this point, I express my disdain for how, back in the day, the Confederacy was handled. Because my view on it at this point is that it never really went away. We were just forced to coexist with it. And, yeah. It a lot of that baggage still affects the country to this day. Okay, I need to use the restroom. I'm gonna take that BRB that I didn't earlier. I'm gonna eat some crackers, and you can't stop me. Maybe I shouldn't have come back from the BRB while I'm, like, busy eating crackers for, like, a minute. Oh. Okay. Crackers eating. Alien! Alamau! Oh, good timing. Wait, when did you leave? Have I just been talking to myself for like an hour? I feel like I just came back from a BRB and I'm gonna continue a conversation that I was talking about, and I feel like okay, like 20 minutes ago. Okay. So you heard some of that conversation, but not the latest bits. I was gonna say, 30 minutes? Okay. I wouldn't know what parts of the conversation you missed. It's kind of awkward because, like, I'm definitely having the sort of topic where everything is sort of tied together. Um, and I got, like, really deep there for a minute about, some of that stuff, but oh well. If only I had more than one person to tell it to, I wouldn't feel awkward. But, yeah. The last thing I was saying, I guess, sort of wrapping back around on parts of the topic. No, you're not the problem here. Don't worry about it. Um, it's it's just being a very talkative person, but not really having the not really having much of a stream following to know that like anybody's listening. To an extent, I have to like get all of this out of my brain anyway to cope cope with my inability to do anything. But where I kind of was like the last thing I mentioned was basically that there's a chance I might need this. Just kind of the feeling that the United States probably wouldn't be this way if it wasn't for the circumstances of how like poorly handled the post Civil War was. the last thing I had said on that was basically, while people joke that we're well, people might joke that we're a bunch of third world countries in a trench coat. The sort of reality of it is that we're more like two countries in a trench coat. Because a lot of that baggage from the Civil War was never really actually sorted out properly, which is part of what leads us to the current state of the United States. Huh. Thank you. Where in the current state of it all, I don't know. Maybe the South can just kind of keep and just like take that portion that's like from Texas to Florida. Maybe that just is the fate of this country's future in the long run. I don't know. It's a dark thought to think about the country dividing eventually, but it really is two different groups of people in the end. Just kind of fighting for whose ideology really gets to come out in the end. And unfortunately, there's a general sense that the sort of ideology that's kind of like winning if it were to come down to something like a second civil war or the country splitting off because of the differences, previously it was the sense that like the South would split off again. And we'd go through all that again. But at this point, just because of them winning the sort of culture war over time, there's this kind of dark feeling that it would have to be like the northern states that would decide to split off. Which, yeah. That would be a weird twist of fate. I really hope it doesn't ever come down to that. But legitimately, I'm pretty sure the purpose of a lot of the foreign manipulation we're suffering from is an attempt to lead history in that direction. The goal is the breaking of the United States. Because, like, if that happens, it gives a lot of countries a temporary amount of time where they can just do whatever they want. Because the world power has collapsed, if that happens. I think the weird thing is, if things go a certain way, despite that, like, I actually weirdly feel like the United States, if it wasn't bogged down by, some of the just issues it has with, like, the different goals, I guess, of the northern and southern states. Even if there's like with like farming and some other stuff, even if there's a certain amount of strength the southern states have, economically, they're, like, not amazing. At the same time, like, Florida and Texas do good. But, like, all the other states that are kind of attached to them politically, um, not so amazing, I guess. Um, Whereas, like, the northern half of the country would probably be pretty consistently strong on its own. And part of it's, like, due to, like, a focus on, like, better education and things like that, that, like, again, there is this, like, horrible part of me that thinks, you know, if things can't either be fixed or split or whatever in time, a lot of those benefits the northern states have would also get eroded. Just because, you know, if you break the country down federally, it doesn't end up mattering the strength of, like, state rights. It is also ironic because, yes, the supposed party of small government is the one that tends to push for a lot of messy things in terms of, like, larger federal power. Because, I mean, again, their whole purpose is to sell people on ideas, not actually give good ones. Can I, like, go here today? Ah, okay, I can upgrade this. Interesting. They added, like, stones onto his different tables, I think. The quarry is a lot better for coal, I think. I don't think the game had, like, a dedicated coal ore before. I could be wrong, though. I need to watch some footage of, like, old Stardew Valley, because I swear some aspects of the game are just, like, different now than, like, the footage I saw years before I actually played it myself. I keep forgetting there's a route here. Oops. You know, I keep forgetting that one cat needs, like, some fish. And I don't know why. I don't remember what fish it was or if I even have it. I guess I could go check. After, you know, after I catch just a handful more of these. Well, these are really easy. I really should have been catching fish this whole time for the fertilizer. The tends to reset at the beginning of the season. 41 inches. Wait a second. I just realized how big some of these fish are. That's a big fish. Yeah, 41 inches. That's like... Wait a second. 3 feet is 36 inches. These are over a meter in size? That's actually crazy. You know, I just realized when games ask you whether you want, whether you want American English or like UK English, I wonder how often that mostly just decides whether it uses inches or meters. Meat trays. Man, you think American sizes are weird? You all measure everything in meat trays. How much meat do you all eat? Crazy. Oh wow, I have a lot of high quality ones of those. I'm freaking rich, dude. Right, I was gonna check that, what fish that one dude wants. I don't even know if that leads to anything, but might as well. Again, that giant tree just makes this whole area feel so much more mystical. I wonder if that's just like there from the get-go, or if it's anything specific to the quests. And like the story progression. Like whether the little dudes made that grow or something. The not Jinjos. The tiny little guys. The lads. Oh, the cat's not out here on rainy days. Okay. Huh. Trying to think what fish he wanted anyway. I think it might have been this maybe? Sunfish? Common river fish? I thought this told me about seasons. Could have just been a bullhead. I feel as though I have to let the forest like regenerate for a while. There's got to be a better place I can get like grass. Because I really need like more grass like this, but if I start like tearing that up, it'll not grow as fast, I don't think. Better learn how to forage. Oh wait, I can get rid of this. Have I like improved any friendships today? I think I've almost lost friendships. Nobody likes me. Burn somebody's house down. Why is everybody being so mean to me? that did ended up reminding me something I've been thinking about recently, which has been, I feel like there's a term that I want to use for the state of, like, politics and everything, which I just keep calling context abuse. Where it really is just you just have to make sure that your opponent's like followers, or you have to make sure your own followers, um don't get the context that your opponent is presenting. Like it's abusing like the lack of context people have, which I guess is like crazy like common at this point, that you know, people will be like pointing out terrible things that you're doing, or calling you villainous things, and you just have to make sure that like, oh yeah, no, so long as nobody knows that I actually am evil, their words fall on deaf ears, I guess. I don't know. Oh gosh. What now? Oh. Is my farm just destroyed or something? Child. I need more coffee. I need more coffee. More coffee. Anyway, let me age some mayo real quick. That won't go wrong at all. There's gotta be like... Oh, yeah, okay, I can just do that. Okay, I'm dumb. Wait. How did that grow there? Why is there a thing missing? Oh, gosh. I feel like... I just haven't had any, like, proper goals this stream. And I get, like, I'm kind of experiencing new content, which is part of it. Also, you know what? I give up. Can I just, like, actually throw this away? I don't think any of it is really worth my time at this point. The recycling machine is, like, fine, but I've become an American. I was expecting, like, a bunch of my trees to have fallen down. Okay. I don't know why I'm still collecting the eggplants. I don't want to add, like, anything to the conversation. Tofu. Tofu. I feel as though I am running low. Foo. one grass. I can't quite figure out the most optimal way. I did the picture. Oh my gosh, witching hour is back. It was framed. Oh no. Oh no. Not more. I'll frame you on my wall. I mean, what? Huh? So aggressive. Being there on YouTube and not Twitch, I guess they're not twitching hour. The twitching hour is the hour when you drink a really, really nasty hot sauce. Hey, get me back in there. I just want to buy all the garlic. Wario! It's so cheap. Grilled a chicken for 2 hours. It still wouldn't let. Man, tell me why it crossed the road. Well, that's because you were only doing bad cop by grilling it. Also, you can't tell you because it's dead. You killed it. You actually cooked it. Or cooked. Murder. Murderer. That chicken was a natural born citizen. Almost as cowardly as I am. What is a man but a miserable pile of Stardew Valley? It's all I have. It's all I am. But cat scan. Am I gonna keep doing this thing that I insisted on last time, where I don't actually read the entire thing out loud? Oh snap! This actually did, like, I thought it was gonna do something weird. The old tree is gone, however, with 100 pieces of hardwood, it could be fixed up. Heck yeah! 1 second, I gotta do this. New content. Also, for some reason, okay, just as a comical note about the font that the chat program I use works, the one that lets me see the YouTube chat. The S looks very much like an E for some reason. And so I read that as Doge can't instead of dogs can't. I'm like, why is this joke, like, modernized to, like, memes from 2014 or whatever? Am I just gonna, like, build a house on top of this? Oh my gosh, it's adorable! I feel so weird about getting these giant trees. And then one of them immediately falls down? I really need a better source of plant fiber, and I think I need to just go to the dungeon and get it, I think. Wait a second. What's down here? Have I ever gone into this little alcove? Huh. I don't remember this like little area with like extra logs in it. That might be because I'm dumb. My coffee ran out. My superpowers are gone. I'm slow now. I'm tired. Linus's quest on the community? Wait. Linus's quest? I mean, I've done the community center, but is that what you mean, or is there something else? So, like, oops, wrong one. I'm getting closer to whatever this specific mastery thing is. Okay, yeah, I've done the community thing. I'm in year 4 at this point, so I'm just kind of like doing straggler stuff. But now I've got like new stuff due to the update that came out finally. Okay, what fish is that? Let's see. I think that is a sunfish. Okay, do I have a sunfish? Coffee addiction. Should have just brought my horse. Let's go home. I need a sunfish. Noom. Noom. I might as well grab my horse if I have one. Uh-oh. I don't think I have one. Okay. Let's see. Is it the correct season for sunfish? Common river fish. Okay. River would be town, right? That's one thing I don't really fully understand is like... Oh, well, no, I guess that the lower area is river. Yeah, that's a river. That's not... Sorry, for some reason, I keep thinking the entire area is like a pond, even though it's got literal waterfalls. Let me see if I can fish one up, then. Noom. What if the game just blesses me? Oh, it only... Oh, well, that's nice then. Also, I didn't empty my inventory. Hopefully this is fine. I still don't know what's with the bear thing. Is it a cat or like a raccoon? I don't even know what it is. Gimme, 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 gimme. Oh, no. Oh, ooh, the fancy bait. What's that called again? The Lux bait. Yay, more junk for my inventory, my favorite. Wait, no, I want it. No, wait, I can't lose it. Oh, but I want it. But I can't lose it. Treasure is mine! The One Piece! The One Piece is real! Aww. Why does this game have so many bent and rusty spoons? Wait, there's bubbles over there. $12 inches. I was realizing how big the 40-inch fish in this game are, like, considered. Okay. Okay, I can continue. It does look like it's like a raccoon. Yeah? The heck is that? Um. Wait. Um. Not sure if I've unlocked the recipe I need. I haven't been checking the TV for recipes in a while. I probably should. You know what? You know, I got really out of the habit of checking the channel, but like I might need to. I'm assuming it's like, unless I'm blind, I'm thinking it's like this one or something. I wonder how hard ginger ale is to make in real life. I don't see it on this list. So I must not have unlocked it yet. Oh no. Doesn't look like radishes. RIP. Well, we're not continuing that for a little while. What is that? Port, let's go home. I don't understand how I'm in this odd sensation of not feeling like I've been very productive in my Stardew Valley today. Despite the fact that, like, I've checked out so much DLC, or not DLC, update stuff. It's a red plate? I've got a little bit more until my bait runs out. Okay, just taking one more check. Yeah, because it's not that. Ravioli, 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 ravioli. Okay, first things first. Beans. It's time for coffee. Why is this being like... Oh, I know why. What? No, it's being like really non-responsive for some reason. Oh, it's trying to place the beans, I think. Okay, that's weird. I have used my beans! Oh, okay, well that is another... Ooh, demon beans. That's another reason for me to get friends with everybody. Red cabbage and radish. Am I gonna regret the fact that I think I sold my last red cabbage? Wait. Oh no. Oh, I finally stopped hoarding. Oh no, I finally stopped hoarding something. And it's the one thing I needed. Oh, you're kidding me. I'm gonna have to grow red cabbage. Wait, what season is that? I don't even remember what season the red cabbage is. So what's this? There's stuff I've still never grown. Oh no, and there's probably new stuff now. It's really comical. My hoarding comes back to bite. Pineapple wine, banana wine. It's summer? Okay, that could work out. Summer's soon. Not over yet. At an odd point, I think my brain decided that, like, the amount of stuff that I currently have is, like, the maximum amount of stuff I should be hoarding. Honey, it's a bit dark in here and, like, scary. One second. Are there any like, wall lights on the retro thing? There's a retro lamp. Uh... I just feel like I need more lights for my house at night. Where's all the wall sconces? Where's my wall scones? I could go with like a simple one. Maybe just like a couple simple ones. Maybe center that a little better. I can't like put them like behind here, no. Yeah, there's like no lights in this room at night. Well, maybe I'll put something else on the wall for there. Okay, you can't put one in there. Not quite anywhere to put it here. Maybe I grabbed one too many then. I thought I could put them in different places that I can't. Just behind the TV. Do you love having a glare behind your TV? I love having a glare behind my TV. I like going blind staring at it. Realize I've been staring at a light for like 4 hours. Ooh, wait. Are some of these new? I didn't even think to check the entire thing. There might be new stuff in this list. Wait, you have a lovely home without an attic, cubby, or side room extension? Well, it wasn't offering it yet, so I guess I have to get further. Or don't know how to do that yet. One second. Pouring more drink. Dang, we're almost at 5 o'clock already. I actually do try to avoid reading in the dark. For reasons such as that. Whoa. Oh, wow. Stump seat. I didn't have to buy the wizard couch. I keep forgetting that I can literally get everything from this thing. Whoa. There's just like the whole thing on that already. Yeah, there's just like some fancy stuff here, I feel. A boarded window? I should just board up all the windows, just to be ominous about it. And open the ad extension thing. You got the crib in the south room. Yeah, I'll check that in the next day. She should be open on a Tuesday, I think. Whoa, decorative doors? Wait, isn't this that one dumb bit about doors that don't go anywhere? Light switches? Outlets? Wait, these are kind of neat. Let me see about putting these in a couple spots if I can. A wall clock? Heck yeah. You can't until Wednesday. Oh. Will he be president when you guys have the Olympics? Oh gosh, we have the Olympics coming up? Oh no. Oh no. Where's that going to be held? Florida? Oh. Oh. Modern fish tank. Anything else of interest in this list? LA. Yeah, it's not too bad. Oh, right. Aerobics class. I'm reading like two different conversations at the same time. It's kind of funny. It's like a couple different newish things. I wish I could put the light switches in these like side areas. You know what? Yeah, I can't really put them. I don't have any wall space left. Oh no. I used up all my wall space. No. You get a light switch. And you don't... Wait. Light switch near the baby. We'll just hide that there. Why not? Oops. Yeah. No harm in putting a... Wait, what? This takes like 3 spots? Yeah, just put that behind there. Why not? Okay, or not the light switches, but the plugs are kind of stupid, actually. Yeah, just hide that back there. Just ruin my house. Okay, I'm gonna pass out sleeping if I'm not careful. And in one other state, for reasons I don't know why. Wait, what? I don't know how the Olympics works. Why are we splitting it between states? Is it for, like, Winter Olympics, or what? Child. Oh my gosh, I have to dance with my wife tomorrow. We can't check then either. Dancing is important. Child, when are you ever gonna grow up? Are you gonna be a baby forever? I would love having more rooms, though, so I'm going to definitely check. Ooh. Pretty.
Tomorrow we're all getting together for the flower dance.
I think the flower dance, I'll do that as the last thing for tonight.
Oh, break my bones.
If you can find a partner, does my wife not want to dance with me? Honey, how could you leave me to dance alone? Can you own more property? In game? I feel like the closest thing I can do is to activate the strange TARDIS effect that this game has. Where you can just, like, build buildings that are slightly larger on the inside. I think. But that's only to, like, put machines and stuff in. I mean, technically, you can just furnish it if you want, but... You're kind of just... Honestly, it does kind of feel like you're best off just, Ooh, I didn't put the wall clock up. You're best off just kind of making the interior of your house as big as possible. You can't judge me. I'm gonna grow all the garlic. Wario time. I want to get this wall clock out of my inventory. You know what? I'm just gonna, like, pop that back off the wall as well. So... yeah. I'm just gonna maybe... oh no, I guess I can put the clock there. Whatever. I don't understand the developers, like, logic on some of the furniture stuff. Oh gosh, okay, I really can't play too much longer. Oh dear. Okay. We definitely shouldn't be pushing overtime. We will stream until my controller dies. Or I should say, the stream will end abruptly if my controller dies. Oh right, I didn't put a new set of wine in. I was supposed to go grab that before I left for the evening. Oops. I love the multicolors now. It's so pretty. I mean, it's really not that pretty, but I like it. It just makes me happy. And in this day and age, anything that can make you happy is very important. Oh, man. There is no happiness in bossing, say. I have 35 cups of coffee. I think I'll be fine for a while. I truly am burning through. Now that I have this many of these jars, I really am burning through it pretty well. It's kind of interesting, because I guess I didn't notice for a while. That I was, like, starting to actually outpace the growing speed of my farm. Just because I had built up so much from, not having enough of these. I should fish, like, 2 more times. So that I can get this bait out of my inventory. Well, on the plus side for me, earlier talking about all those topics, I talked myself out a bit. I mean, admittedly, I've just been exhausted lately in general, from all of the recent events. But it's not like I haven't been talking to people about it. I think there's a kind of messed up underlying part of one's brain that just wishes that, like, if you talk about something enough, somehow just the act of talking about it, like, somehow will help. Apparently I missed one. And then maybe that just goes to, like, a core concept of, like... Oh. Nice. That just grew 1 carrot. Could I have, like, bought carrot seeds? Like, I just got these out of the ground somewhere. Oh, right, my flowers are also done. Like, I feel like they added a bunch of things between. It's like, I don't know what the seasonal plants are anymore. Can't pick up those 2 specific plants, and that drives me insane. Whoa! Switch, please. I don't know why I'm collecting all these flowers. What drives me to do this? Who am I anymore? What am I? What am I fighting for? I shouldn't have cut down all those trees. Because I might need more moss. I think I stored potatoes in here because I'm like, oh, potatoes are their own seeds. Sure they are, buddy. So everything good in here? I don't think I missed anything. Could I make, like, rose jam or something weird like that if I grew, like, flowers? I keep thinking about making, like, actually harvesting flowers for, like, tea and stuff. The only thing, I guess, about that is I feel like you definitely have to set them up in a much different kind of way. Because flowers, to look pretty, I feel like just have like a kind of like different thing going for them. Why can't I can't pick that one singular strawberry. Why? Woe is me. Supplemental wine. Fruits. What quality strawberry is this? It's just a regular strawberry. Okay. I just don't grow regular strawberries anymore, I guess. Is there something else I need to do on this day? Well, if I can't go to the store... Oh, dang. Oof. All that rain really came back to bite us. But it also didn't help the grass grow as much as I wanted. Oh, on TV, eh? I can only make one grass starter. I need more fiber. I need to go to the cave and just get fiber. Ah! This doesn't make the difference. I'm just gonna place this down in right here, and somebody's gonna eat it. Yeah. Gone. Maybe I need to just buy some grass starters real quick. I have the money. I keep forgetting that I can just spend money. I should also check what other spring stock exists. Whoa, those particles appeared in this. Wait, so you haven't done Linus's? Oh gosh, what the heck? Oh, the fall particles are broken. Maybe I'm... Oh, man. I was literally a minute off. Wait, maybe I haven't done Linus's quest. I don't actually know. This is why I have to befriend everybody. Now, I think I might have gotten confused. Interesting. So did they change it so you can talk to people multiple times to get their dialogue again? Because usually I thought you would, like, talk to them and then they would just, like, not talk to you a second time. Do you mean the guy that lives in the basement? Or... just have to gift everybody stuff. Oh, there's too many people. Not enough of my ability to socialize. Oh, in the museum. I assume they didn't change that, but might as well see if there's anything different there. Oh, a cutscene.
Hey, kid. You caught me praying.
Just pulls the needle out and the dragon is summoned. Fiber seeds recipe. Oh, I should double check. You know what? Oh! That's what I've been forgetting. I can grow fiber seeds.
Oh, gosh, I forgot! Ah!
I knew I was forgetting something.
Here's my new Sign of the Vessel statue. Ordered it from Joja.com with a free 2-day shipping. Don't tell Pierre. I've been settling into the new house. It's a really great place. Feels like home already. I really do appreciate this new comfort.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, sorry. It's just, I should be so happy. I haven't been able to cut back on the beer. I haven't changed at all. For a long time now, I felt like there's something missing from my life, Crab. I always thought it was about money, just being poor, you know? So I figured getting this house would solve everything, but it didn't. So that's why I ordered this statue.
Wait, haven't I... Wait, when the... What? Okay, so... I don't know why. I don't usually think of Rick and Morty very much. But today's, like, several instances, like now at least 2 jokes that relate back to like Rick and Morty, I think. Where it's just like, now I'm just thinking of another scene I've seen from that where it's just like like a character like from like some alien race like becomes like unsure of his afterlife and ends up going to his like race's version of hell, and Morty's just like, how could they be so unsure? That's a lot of proof right there. Like I feel like in this game I've interacted with far too many things of the supernatural nature to be able to go, sorry, Pam. Puts away like a mystical item that I just have sitting in my inventory. No, none of that's real.
Ah, well, look at me. Getting real sappy in my old age, aren't I? Thanks for lending an ear, kid.
Rips my ear off. I don't think I've really been in here before. But yeah, oh man. She keeps like just like the beer in her room, I guess. Huh. It's kind of interesting, I guess. Penny, well, I mean, I guess they wouldn't do anything different for when you do like relationships with characters, because that would be like a thing. Oh right, that was me taking on the beer quest, so no one would buy her beer. Whoa, it became nighttime. Oh, low battery. But wait, what? Did it become nighttime too early in there? What was I in town for? Oh gosh. Oh no. Why am I here? I forgot. But yeah, I guess all the characters basically end up having homes away from home. Ooh, I should have brought some iron over and done the thing. Aw, I got here too late. Oh well. You know what? I think I will wrap up the stream here, do the flower dance and everything. Maybe next week I'll just stream again this, even though I do want to play Dust Force. But there's so much like stuff for this that I'm like, yeah. I don't know. I'll figure out over the week which thing I do. Yeah, so I'm dumb, and I think I forgot. I was thinking about how I can craft the grass, but I totally forgot. I can craft the fiber. Now, the only thing I'm not sure about, I'll have to double check maybe between streams or something. I can't remember whether the fiber will die between seasons. Ah! Oh, the particles are so messed up. Oh no! The flower NATO. I assume that got messed up between updates. That's really goofy looking though. You know what they probably did? It's probably just something to do with the fact that it spawns near the edge of the thing, and like the relative position of it is probably just messed up. Can I put this in there? Oh my gosh, I can, but it's probably not a good idea. You know what? Again, I've given up on recycling in this game. I get like a couple things from recycling. It's really not worth it. It's the happening. It sure is happening. Well, still here for like 2 minutes. Not really still here. Yeah, I realize going a whole other day will put me at like 5:30 if I do. I'm already at the end of my stream. It is really weird ending this time of day. Again, all of my streams would be ending around this time if it wasn't for the skyblock, but I mean, whatever works. AI guilt last night? Okay, wait. I want to hear what's this about. Why are you so adorable? Hungry. Need fish. Ooh. Okay. I have to... I mean, I can make a crayfish. Or I can bring crayfish. Seeing that load bar and thinking how many trees I was killing. Wait, and what thing again? Remind me? Oh gosh, I'm blanking out. You mean like virtual, like world destruction guilt kind of stuff? And how do I just like smoke a fish? Do I just wait? Has this been like a thing the entire time? Oops, that's not what I wanted. No, that's not what I wanted. No, no. Oh, wait a second. Oh no. Oh no, don't tell me you smoke it this way. Okay, well, I mean, I guess... No? No, it's... Okay. I don't know. Load and thinking how many trees... Oh! Oh, you were using AI. I thought you were talking about, like, you were destroying nature in a video game. And, like, the stat bar was going up. I don't know why I misinterpreted that. All for nothing just to see a funny picture. If it helps, the amount of energy you're actually using probably isn't much more than, like, playing, like, a visually intensive video game. Like, every time I'm playing Minecraft with shaders, it's, you know, just as environmentally destroying. I mean, it probably doesn't help to say that way, but... The AI stuff is, like, a weird one where, for some reason, everybody's suddenly incredibly aware about the amount of electricity they're using. But, it's kind of just something that you tend to know you're already doing if you're video gaming, because it's like, wait, it's using a graphics card, and it's sure it's pumping a lot of energy through it, but it's like yeah, I guess when you think how much like time it takes to like generate these things, and then you think, oh, okay, but what if you're like playing a video game for hours? It's just like, yeah. Now, granted, the amount of it that's just like being wasted, yeah, it's very wasteful in a lot of ways. Arguably, arguably less entertainment value per like watt hour is a thing. But this is why video game developers need to optimize their games better, because it saves the environment. Alrighty, well, next time on Stardew Valley, I dance with my wife, I guess. Maybe next week, maybe 2 weeks from now, we'll see. I'm kind of tired, even though it's 5 o'clock, so I'm just gonna get going. Thank you all for watching and listening to me talk into the void about things that... I don't know. Things that I don't know. and yet other people somehow know even less about. Charge this controller before it dies. Oh my gosh, I'm just like destroying everything. Oh yeah, we got squished. I